Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the SimZone. We're back for the final round of the PS5 GT3 Championship, and we're here at Indianapolis. Now, a few drivers don't like this track already, and looks like they've messed up. Well, the latest AC update has messed up our ability to use keyboard and go on board with drivers. We have to press drive, and then we have to... Oh, it doesn't even go to the correct driver, which doesn't help. And then we have to somehow... There we go, now we can go on board. But it's not the driver that I wanted to go on board with. And, yep, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, unfortunately. So, oh, now I have to... Nope, that hasn't worked. We could do this from keyboard previously, but we're stuck on... I mean, look at these camera angles, they're absolutely horrible. And we're stuck on camera 1, which is not the greatest cam angle. It's really close up, but whatever, we'll have to do with it now. So yeah, another unsuccessful ACC update as well, but oh well. Fastluuk currently on a provisional pole there with a 136.167. Viper only a tenth behind, and we know how quick the Ferraris are at Indianapolis, so wouldn't be surprised to see them blocking the front row for tonight's qualifying session. Curtin currently in P3, just 5/10 off. Hakim in P4 at the moment here. Looks like, don't think he's on a lap at the moment. Then we've got Van der Haven there in P5, exactly a second off to Fastluuk in P1. And we've got quite a few drivers on the grid tonight, which is great to see. But coming into this round, we have Melvin, or Colin Brando, who's currently in this qualifying session, but he's leading the championship coming into this round, followed by BST NNA in P2 on... well, only 28 points behind, so Colin Brando on 338, BST NNA on 310, Fastluuk in P3 on 280, we were 58 points behind P1, but we still have the drop rounds to take into account. That could definitely play in Fastluuk's favour by a huge amount. His worst finish was at Misano P22, where I believe he had some equipment failures. But that will get removed, and yeah, that's going to be well, that's going to move him up in the championship, I think. But it comes down to this last round. For Colin Brando, the championship isn't his just yet. BST could, BST could still take it. But yeah, that's the top 3 in the championship. Then we have Viper in P4 in the championship on 243 points. Bad to Bones in P5 on 214 points. Ollie RSR on 209 points in P6. Kerwin in P7 on 208, just 1 point separating P6 and P7 here. Walker in P8 on 184 points, with Van der Haven 1 point behind on 183. And to round off the top 10, we've got FRL LJ on 157 points. So very, very close between the top 3, and then we've got a few drivers here battling out within the top 10, just separated by a point. We've got a few comments coming in as well, but it looks like Viper's put it on provisional pole with a 136.057. I'm sure we can see some 35s here in this quality session. It's definitely possible to get mid to low 35s on a fast track. But you really have to be pushing it, and I've only really seen the drivers in the Ferraris been able to dip into the 35s. So let's see what Viper can do as he approaches the penultimate corner now. A few comments coming in. SVW there in the comments saying good luck everyone. He's out on track at the moment. Where is he? Oh no, he's not racing today, I don't think. Where is he? No, I don't think he's racing today actually. My bad. Let's actually check. No, he's not racing today. Ignore that. We've got Professor Bean saying evening, good evening. We've got Deedee in the comments as well, showing his support for everyone, of course. Now, let's see. Looks like Viper didn't improve that time around. We've got the number 87 car about to come across the line. Who's the 87 car? Is it 87? Yes, it is 87. It is. Captain Van Beek is going to he's going to cross the line now. Any improvement? Yes, improves up into P13 there. Still 1.8 seconds off, but he jumped up a couple of positions that time around. Looks like LJ crossing the line, still in P16 there for him. We've got the 572 car will be the next one across the line. 572 is fednad in P21, 3.7 seconds off the pace at the moment, so doesn't look like he's enjoying this track by the looks of things. But in the Porsche's a decent car at Indianapolis. Let's see, exits the final corner here onto the oval part of the circuit, or the long straight, and no improvement that time around from fednad. Looks like we've got Packham about to cross the line here. Let's see what he can do. Any improvement for Packham? Yes, there we go, up into P3 there for Packham. And there we go, the top 4 separated just by 3.5 tenths. The top 5 separated by 6 tenths. They're very close between those top 5 at the moment in this qualifying session. And Indianapolis is quite a tricky track. Looks like Besselink is rounding the final corner now. The 10th off of the Ferrari isn't bad at all, but let's see if you can take provisional pole. Not improving that time around. So looks like he's staying P2 for now. We've got the bright pink Ferrari in the background of Yaya Pitaya in P6. And it looks like he's improved now. So within a second to that provisional pole time of Viper. LJ's about to come up to the final corner now. 2.6 seconds off. We saw LJ take pole position last round at Kyle Army. But I'm not sure if he's had enough practice for this one. Let's see as he crosses the line. Any improvement? No. Oh, yes, was a bit delayed there. So up into P10 goes LJ. Improves by about a second. 1.3 seconds. So good improvement. There's still, well, one more lap. This will be his last lap to improve. Let's see what he'll be able to do. The number 70 car about to cross the line as well. Number 70 is Barth running in P16 at the moment. He crosses the line and jumps up to P13 there. Improves by 3 tenths. We've got the 572 car as well, fednad, who's been struggling to improve in this qualifying session. Now, it is only a fast track, but still, let's see what the drivers will be able to do. No improvement for fednad either. I believe that's Packham once again coming up towards the line. Yes, it is. And no, Packham doesn't improve. Neither does Van der Haven behind him. But this will be their last chance then, and I think we've got... Oh, no. Van der Haven there. I think that's his quali session over. We've got the number 460 car as well, about to cross the line. That's Besselink. Let's see what he can do. Running slightly wide there. I think that's still within track limits though. Any improvements as he crosses the line? Yes, a 35 there from Besselink. 135.832. 2 tenths quicker than Viper. And Viper sat in the pits. So it's provisional pole for Besselink. Packham still yet to find another half a second here. And let's see what the rest of the cars can do now. LJ continuing on this lap. Let's see, rounding the final corner now. And down the start-finish straight, getting really close to that barrier. But what is it for LJ? Improves up into P7. Now we've got a few more cars. We've got the 97 car. Martinez there in P11, just following the Lamborghini up ahead. No improvement there from Martinez. Kenny just behind, or Kerwin just behind. No improvement there for him either. Bad to Bones in P13, rounding the final corner now. What can he do? He only needs about a tenth to gain P12 here as he crosses the line. No improvement there. Looks like that's Colin Brander behind in the background. So only a few more cars yet to cross the line now. We've got 3 cars to cross the line. fednad jumps up to P18. Is that Packham in the background? Yeah, it looks like he's not going to improve. We've just got one more car, and that is the 88 car, if we can find them, of Ollie RSR in P14 as he rounds the final corner, currently sitting 2 seconds off here. Let's see if he can find any more time now as he crosses the line. It might be an improvement. No improvement for Ollie RSR there either. So there we have it. Besselink taking pole, which is exactly what he needs for the championship. The start on pole here as well. Viper in P2, Packham in P3, and yeah, we'll be back for the race, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, while the drivers are lining up on the grid, I want to say a huge thanks to our patrons as well, who, well, definitely couldn't be continuing without the patrons. Now, there is a link as well in the chat to support the stream as well. So if you click on that, that should send you to the donation page. So if you are enjoying the broadcasts, be sure to check that out. And yeah, as we saw in qualifying, Besselink taking P1, Viper in P2, and Packham in P3. Now for Besselink, starting ahead of the Ferrari is going to be extremely important for him. The Ferraris are absolutely rapid around here. The BMWs are quite quick as well, but Ferrari definitely just has the edge. We're going to see what Viper can do, but Besselink, I mean, his championship rivals, Colin Brando in P4 and BSTNNA in P9. So, well, Besselink's got a good opportunity here of maybe gaining a P2 in the championship. If Colin Brando finishes within a few positions of Besselink, I think he will take the championship. And especially if he finishes this far in front of BSTNNA. You never know what can happen at Indy. It's a tricky circuit, tricky turn 1 as well, so let's hope the drivers keep it clean.
10 seconds.
It looks like we've got Kenny in the comments saying well done, Priya, also known as Besselink. Yeah, Philip showing support for Besselink as well. Bean saying, have the driver abbreviations been set in the entry list, Jason? Yes, they have. And I think that was... oh, I believe they work now. You mean the abbreviations on the car or on the actual names themselves? It's the names themselves, the real names, like we're watching right now, Packham in P3. He's done through the entry list. The 3-letter abbreviations on the cars, I believe you can do that in-game now. You don't have to do that through the server. I'm not sure if it works all the time. Sometimes I've tested it and it's worked, sometimes I've tested it and it hasn't. But we've set that through. You can see there on Lager's car, it's, sorry, on Packham's car, it's STU. But yeah, we've set that through the server as well, just to make sure it works, and that's for our patrons only. Yeah, it's a shame what they've done with the camera angles, because we can't use our keyboard to change them now. And I mean, look at this camera angle, it's so zoomed in. We've got no chance of seeing what's going on between the drivers, but just gonna have to make do with what we have here. Yeah, for those that are interested in next season as well, sign-ups for console will be out tomorrow for off-season events as well, and off-season PC events will be out tomorrow as well. Oh, looks like LJ's returned the car to the pits. Oh, he did press driving time. It's one of the two. Not sure what's happened there to LJ. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, sign-ups for off-season events for both PC and PlayStation will be out tomorrow, and PlayStation sign-ups will be out tomorrow as well. PC sign-ups will be a bit delayed. Still got things to, well, still have to finalise sponsors, and if you've seen one of the prizes, well, one of the prizes for PC is possibly going to be an experience or a track day in a real GT3 or GT4 car. One of the cars that you're seeing on the grid right now, well, one of the drivers on PC are possibly going to be able to drive one of them, or maybe one of the GT4 cars. I think GT4 might be a bit more doable. It's you may need GT4 experience before stepping into the GT3s. Nevertheless, having an opportunity in either of those is still absolutely crazy. There we go. Should have the drivers lining up side by side now, and as we said earlier, Besselink taking pole. Viper and P2 starting on the front row with him. Packham and Colin Brando, 2 BMWs as well. P3 and P4 on the second row. And Kerwin just behind there in a Ferrari. Yeah, PTR is not in a McLaren, that's wrong. He's in a Ferrari. Another bug on ACC. But here we go, about to get going here for the start of the final round. Yeah, we are green already. Besselink pulling 2, well, staying on the inside. Looks like Packham got a good start as well. And he's even looking to the inside here of Besselink. Besselink covers the inside line. And surely Packham's not going to go for this, or is he? Is he? No, he's backed out of that. And good job to back out, but there's been contact. Looks like Viper there cutting off the nose of Packham. And, oh no, Packham's had another horrible start. He just hasn't had the luck here. Viper's off the circuit. Yaya PTR has continued going. Looks like he had to go onto the grass to avoid that, but he's dropped down the order as well. But yeah, a bit of a messy start between those two. Looks like LJ has continued going, but we've got a few cars off onto the grass as well. Looks like that is El Piroth. That's Piroth with a lot of damage on that Lexus. So what's happened to him? Has he collected someone? I think he may have. It's still showing LJ's in the pit. Oh yeah, he is in the pits. Now he's out. But yeah, these camera angles, horrible. Let's go back to... That's not the race leader. That's, there we go. That's the race leader. Besselink in P1. Look at that gap he's already got with Packham and Viper coming into contact. He's got a huge lead to Colin Brando in P2, but that's allowed BST, NNA, and obviously Colin Brando to move up the order. And well, Besselink needs a few more cars in between himself and those two to be sure to stay P2, maybe even P1 in the championship if you can pull it off. But if Colin Brando finishes P2 and Besselink P1, I think Besselink isn't going to get the championship lead. Probably going to be a P2 for him in the championship. He's currently sitting P3, so I still think that's going to be a great result. So Colin Brando now, Kerman in the fastest lap so far, but it's not really valid since we are on the first lap. But it looks like BST NNA going very defensive towards the inside of turn 1. Van der Haven on the outside, trying to go the wrong way around, but backs out of that. Martinez just behind, up into P6 already. Oli Arsar in P7. Pardon me. Back to Bones in P8 already. Lyman here in P9 in the Aston Martin managed to pick up a few freebies after that first lap. Just 1 second, let's get rid of that Indianapolis writing there on the bottom. But yeah, these camera angles are absolutely horrible. Looks like Yaya PTR has got a bit of damage on the front of that Ferrari there. And it looks like Lyman there running onto the grass here, onto the back straight. And it's allowed that to Bones through up into P8. And it looks like we got some battling going on just up ahead. Ole Arsar trying to battle with Van der Haven now, who's dropped behind. So Ole Arsar looks like he's gained a position and he's in between Martinez and Van der Haven now. So Martinez is up into P5. Let's go back to Kerwin and Colin Brando. Kerwin really putting the pressure on to Colin Brando here. So Colin Brando doesn't look like he's really enjoying this track at the moment. He is struggling to keep up with Besselink. Besselink's opened up the gap to 3.3 seconds now. Kerwin's, well, if he continues at this pace, he's on for a podium position. And looks like, oh, was that someone wide in the background? No, it's Oli Arsar going defensive there on Van der Haven. He's going to defend the inside line coming up towards turn 1. Van der Haven on the outside here. Now let's see if he's going to be later on the brakes. Yes, he is. Can he hang it around the outside into turn 1? It looks like he will be able to. What a move there from Van der Haven. Round the outside, the long way around. And he made that stick, so back up to P6 goes Van der Haven. Oli Arsar down to P7 once more, and now he's now falling into the clutches of Bad to Bones. God, I hate this camera angle. And Nyman's still there, just hanging on into this train. And Yoga PTR is also caught up. Yeah, this camera angle is so bad. But Jeff BS1 in P12, currently on his own. It does say he's been in half a second to Van Beek there, but it doesn't look like he'll be catching up just yet. Let's switch down to Viper, who's... Oh, look at that damage they've got. Piroth, Viper have both got a lot of damage here. You can see in the background is that Windsor with a bit of damage on his Lexus as well. Dasmo's car looks perfectly fine. He's currently running in P18. Sayers in P19 at the moment. He's got some damage also, but it doesn't look to be anywhere near as bad as the other Lexus driver. Piroth there. P-Match currently running in P21. Looks like he stayed clear of... Although he's got a bit of damage as well, but not too bad from what it looks like. I don't know how the drivers are winning inside the car, but it's currently Piroth followed by Viper, then Fednad. The 3-car battle for P14. You can see Piroth really struggling with that damage at the moment. I'm sure he's got tons of understeer. well, yeah, you can tell he's got tons of understeers. He runs wide through the final corner, and will Viper be able to get this move done? Coming up towards turn 1, he's going to have a better straight line speed here with the less damage he's got. And yeah, I think he's going to get that done even before the braking zone, unless Pirth is going to try and hold it around the outside. No, it doesn't look like he is, and Viper slots up into P14, and Pirth down a position. Now he hasn't been able to catch a break, he's got to hold off fednad, but I think best bet is to let these faster cars through, because there's no way he's holding on to these positions with all that damage. And I think if he lets the faster cars through, he'll lose less time by trying to defend against them. And of course we have a pit window, so Pirth is going to wait for that pit window, which opens up in 14 minutes. Oh, a long way to go to be continuing with that damage, but it's a win zone P17, followed by Big Dasmo, then Sayers in P19, and these three are catching up to the three up in front, so there's pretty much nearly a 5-car battle. Looks like Viper has opened up the gap now, 2 rows behind him. He's, well, yeah, about a second in front. But let's quickly switch to Van der Haven now in P9. He's fending off Yaya PDR. Well, it's another 5-car battle. It's Ollie RSR, followed by Batter Bones, then Nyman, then Van der Haven, then Yaya PTR. So, we've got some big battles going on so far in this race. So far, Van der Haven defending the inside line, coming up towards turn 1. Yaya PTR on the outside. Van der Haven's had to leave the room side by side here through turn 2. And looks like Yaya PTR is going to get that move done. No, he's not. Van der Haven's still on the inside for the next corner, and he's managed to hold that on, hold on to that position somehow. And then let's look up to Colin Brander and Cohen here. These, well, it's now Colin Brander, Cohen, and BSTNNA. These 3 neck and neck. And it looks like Martinez is now catching up as well. He's only a second behind. This could be a 4-car battle for P2 as we speak. And, well, Besseling checked out. He's got the fastest lap of the race as well, which is what? 135.855. So lapping his quali pace. That is an optimum track, so it's going to help with that. But it still, as it were, Colin Brander P2, Cohen P3, BSTNNA P4, and now Martinez P5. So 4-car battle for P2. Swiftly switched down to Nyman, who is on the back of Batter Bones, and letting Ollie RSR get away with it now. He's almost pulled 2 seconds to Batter Bones, and currently running in P6. Didn't qualify that high up, so he's gained a lot of positions off the start, which is good for him. Now Nyman not close enough to want an opportunity, or run an overtake into turn 1, but Van der Haven really fending off Yaya PTR now. He's not going to go for a move just yet, but very late on the brakes. See how closely they're following each other. Van der Haven mounting the curb on the inside. That's not the line you want to be taking, but he holds on to P9 for now. Let's look down to Chef BS1 very, very quickly. He's in a bit of a battle here. Packham obviously with a very bad start, down to P12, and well, Chef BS1 behind him. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up at the moment, so Packham's going to be moving up the Audis out of position, but very deep on the brakes there from Chef BS1. Can Viper get this move done? They're going to be side by side. Viper focusing on the exit though, and he's going to have a better exit onto this back straight. Look how close he is. He's got the slipstream. Viper with a bit more damage on the front nose there of that Ferrari, but he's going to look to the inside there. Backs out with a move. BS1 makes the corner as well, so good defending there from BS1, just holding off. Let's look back to this battle for P2. It's Colin Brander, Cohen, and BSTNNA. Martinez has dropped off of these 3 once again, so either he's not able to stick with them, or he's made a bit of a mistake. I do really like that livery on that Mercedes of Martinez. It's a really nice, it's simple, but it stands out. And looks like Colin Brander going very defensive, coming up towards turn 1. Cohen, is he going to find that inside line? He pulls towards the outside. Colin Brander back towards the middle of the track, opening up the corner as much as he possibly can there, while defending the position as well. He holds on to P2, but Curtin in a bit of trouble here. He's onto the curb. BSTNNA looking for that outside line. Is he going to send it down the inside? Curtin's left in the room, which I think was a wise decision. Otherwise, BSTNNA may have made contact there, but Curtin holds on. That leaves Colin Brandon with a bit of breathing room. BSTNNA trying another move down the inside there, but has to back out. Not make contact with Curtin, but Curtin now, as I said, losing a bit of time to Colin Brando by defending against BSTNNA, but if he can keep up the pace he's had so far, he should be able to close that gap once again to Colin Brando. We can have a quick look at the lap times, in fact. So Colin Brando, well, that last lap was a 137.8, and for Curtin it was 137.5, so even, yeah, well, one of is behind him. He's still been lapping quicker. You can see the gap between these two now, 1.3 seconds. And we've got yellow flags out on track somewhere. Oh, that's somewhere in the pits. They still haven't fixed that, which is a shame. Apparently it was in the patch notes that they fixed that, but yeah, who knows with ACC what they fix and what they don't fix. And is that BSTNNA with a bad exit? He's going defensive here, and wow, the Porsche not able to do anything on the straights. Martinez up into P4 now, getting past the Porsche on the straights like it was standing still pretty much. And looking back down to this battle very quickly, got Nyman in P8, followed by Van der Haven, then Yaya PTR, and now Packham is making his way back up the field. Into P11 he goes, or into P11 he is. Yaya PTR still on the back of Van der Haven. He's been struggling to find an overtaking opportunity. Indeed not known for many overtaking opportunities, although there are heavy braking zones. It's quite a nice flowing track, so riders will struggle to find some overtaking opportunities. But here, if you can get the slipstream coming up towards the braking zone, it's a great place for making a move. But looks like Yaya PTI dipping a wheel onto the grass, and Van der Haven, he's going to be able to hold on to that position. Nyman, as a result, pulls away ever so slightly, but he's still there. And in front of these three is Barth Bones in the McLaren. He didn't have the best result, I think, at Kyle Army. Let's see where Barth Bones finished at Kyle Army, in fact. Let's have a look. So Barth Bones finished, yeah, P10. Actually, it's not too bad. A top 10 finish for Barth Bones. Zolder was his worst finish of the season so far, P18, but that's probably going to be his drop round. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on anyone, but that's probably going to be his drop round, and this might be one of his best finishes of the season so far. We'll just have to wait and see. It's still very early on. We've got a long way to go in this race. Van der Haven now losing time to Nyman. He's really holding off Yaya PTR here. Hackham is caught right up now, and well, it will be another car into this battle. Pretty much a full car battle. Nyman seems to lose a lot of time into sector 1. Maybe not as confident as the three behind him, but they are all over the curb there for Van der Haven. But I know Packham is out of position, so he's going to have more pace than most of these cars in front of him at the moment. So it looks like Kerwin's closed the gap once again up to Ollenbrander, and the gap between these two is within a second now. Martinez slightly behind, and well, BSTNNA was the driver who's putting the most pressure onto Kerwin in the opening laps, and with a car between Kerwin and a BSTNNA now, he won't really have to worry about that. So Kerwin now just has to focus on Colin Brando ahead. And look at the lead. That Besselink has got 12 seconds. He's got no one near him. Look at this. Coming to turn one on his own. It's a Sunday drive for Besselink, and absolutely nothing to worry about as he mounts the inside curb, which isn't what you want to be doing. But I don't think he has to worry, really. 12 seconds is a huge amount of time, and we're only 15 minutes into the race. Imagine what the gap's going to be by the end. And of course, Besselink running the SimZone setups. If you haven't had a look at SimZone Setups. Be sure to check them out over on our website. There is a link to our website in the description, and of course we had a hot lap video of Indianapolis. I was just posted today, so if you haven't checked that out, be sure to do so, just to see what times these setups are capable of. I believe it was a 1:33 at the lap that was posted. 1:33.990. That was in the Ferrari, of course, but we have setups for a lot of cars at the moment. We are releasing some more. Well, we'll be releasing some more in the off season. Takes a bit of time to upload them to our website, but just keep your eye out on our Discord and well, on our website as well, and you'll see if any more setups are released. But looks like Dasmo, he's got the slipstream here on the Porsche. We know the Porsche is slow in a straight line. He's having a look up the inside. Fednad defends the inside line. Dasmo has to back out of that move. And let's see if he can get him done into the S's, or at least on the exit. And cut so much of that inside there through that right hander on the last part of the S's, but no, it doesn't look like Dasmo will be able to. Curtin now closing right up to Colin Brando. These two are not separated by half a second. It's only a couple tenths between these two now. Actually, no, it does look like half a second as they exit turn one. Martinez now 2 seconds behind, so once again, nothing for Curtin to worry about behind. And yeah, I think this is his best track so far, is Curtin. For Curtin, he's really enjoying this track, and we know the Ferrari's quick here, but out with the Ferraris, he's the only one in the top 3, or in the top 10 even. Viper was up there, but he made a mistake into turn 1, and he's been struggling to get through now. Going on a mission here, and if he can gain P2 and overtake the likes of Colin Brando, that's going to be absolutely amazing. But even P3 for Curtin's going to be really good to finish. But looking up to, well, down towards Oliver Sarr, who's closing up towards BSTNNA now in the Bentley. I don't really see many Bentleys anymore, but Oliver Sarr making it work. And he's closing in the gap now within a second in the Porsche. Now this is a separate 3-car battle. Well, might even be a 5-car battle very short. We've got Bad the Bones, Nyman, or even Packham is here in P9. So these three may be able to catch up to Oliver Sarr, BSTNNA and Martinez if they continue to battle, or if they battle harder than they are now. It's good to say as here, 2 Lexuses P14, P15, or Lexi. I don't know what the plural is, I have no clue. I don't know if I've made up a word there. I've used Lexi before, but yeah, it may just be a made up word. I think it is a made up word, oh whatever. Piroth continuing with that damage, driving through it. Sayers right at the back of him, yeah. Both in the blue Lexus, where they're running different wheels. Of course, you can't change the livery on the Lexus, but they are side by side now, coming down the start-finish straight. And Sayers down the inside here. Is he going to get this done? I think he is. I don't think Piroth is going to fight this too hard. But Van Beek taking advantage down the inside here. What an opportunistic move. But doesn't look like he's going to get it done in the exit. And even with that damage, Piroth is able to hold on. But what could have been there for Van Beek? That was such a good move down the inside. Took that opportunity and tried to follow Sayers through. Unfortunately, it didn't work. That would have been a great overtake. He's still going to fight back here. It looks like Windsor now catching up to these three. Windsor having quite a good race here for not... I don't think he's had too much practice. But P17 is a good position to be running, and he's only second behind Van Beek. And oh, Van Beek wide there. I think he's gone too wide. That right-hander before getting onto this back straight is a bit cambered, and it likes to push you over to the outside. And I think he's just got onto the grass and wasn't able to keep it out of the wall, but yeah, staying well clear of off the racing line. That was just the most sensible thing to do, and as a result, looks like Piroth is going to pass him. Oh, Piroth has dropped down the order as well. Piroth down into P19. What's happened to him?
Big window's open.
He's made a mistake. Walker in P20 at the moment. I'm not sure where Walker qualified. He has got a tiny bit of damage. Let's see if we can check where he qualified. I have to look back on the stream because I don't remember. So he qualified in P9. So he's either been punted off or had a bit of an accident, or he's made a mistake himself. I'm not sure what's happened there. Oh, it looks like he's missed his pit box as well. Stopped a bit too... Oh no, he's had a mare in the pits as well. As Walker stopped way too early. And Colombo now just maintaining that half a second lead, or half a second gap to Kerwin. But will we see either of these two dive into the pits early on to maybe get an undercut for Kerwin? He's going to keep it out for a bit longer. Still 18 minutes left of the pit window to go. It's only been about 1 or 2 minutes since it's been open. So yeah, plenty of time, and I think if Kerwin pits a bit too early, he might get stuck in traffic, which isn't what he'll want. BST right at the back of Martinez now, but the Porsche just doesn't have the legs on the straight to get it done into turn 1. Oliveira well in this battle now. Batter Bones, it looks like that's Packham looking for a move down the inside into turn 1 on Nyman. Nyman's having a great race so far, in fact. He finished, I believe he had a DNF at... Yeah, he had a DNF out at Kyalami. Didn't have the best race there, but he's, well, running well at the moment. I'm not sure how long he'll be able to fend off Packham for. Packham started in well, he started towards the front, on the top 2 rows at least. And I just got a message there from LJ. He's got something wrong with his Fanatec. And it seems like these Fanatec wheels are going wrong, left, right, and centre. P Mitch down in P17 has been having some issues with his. And it's a shame. But yeah, still this battle going on. And like I said earlier, there's not really much space for overtaking, although it's a fairly wide circuit. It's just the layout and how flowing it is. Doesn't let you really overtake in many places. Looks like Captain Van Beek with a drive-through penalty. Let's look back up to Cohen and Colin Brother. Look how close Cohen is once again coming into turn 1. I think he's just taking it easy. He knows he's got plenty of time in this race to make that overtake, and he knows he's got the pace to stick with Colin Brother, or maybe even get past later on once they make their pit stops. But between these two, pit stops are going to be super, super important. Now, as we know, if you don't stop in your box correctly, it can result in, well, losing quite a few seconds in the pits, and pit entry as well. It's a very difficult pit entry here at Indianapolis. If you go a bit too fast, results in a stop go 30. If you go a bit too slow, you're going to lose a couple of seconds as well. So, well, I'm sure these drivers have practiced their pit entries. They've had plenty of time to do so. If they haven't, it's going to be a bit of a tricky one for them. But yeah, Cohen also using the SimZone's Ferrari setup. It just goes to show the drivers who are using SimZone setups are at the top. So if you don't believe it, here's your proof. And if you still don't believe it, check out the hot lap videos that we've done so far. If you click on our channel and go to videos, there's 3 hot laps so far that we've done. 2 are in the BMW M4, and 1 is in the Ferrari. But Besselink got a massive lead now. And let's see what it is when these two cross the line. 17.5 seconds there between Besselink and Colin Brander. Cohen's still on the back of Colin Brander. Martinez in the pits now. He's going to drop down the order a bit. Packham's still on the back of Nyman, hasn't found a way past. And Packham really being held up here. I mean, he's got a bit of damage, doesn't look to be too much, but I mean, even a few seconds of damage can really throw the balance of the car off, depending on what car you're in. I don't think it's too bad for the BMW, but for the mid-engine cars, I mean, a bit of damage really just ruins the whole balance of the car. And for Packham at the moment, just not able to get past. That's where he's losing a lot of time. You can see him trying a tighter line through that long left-hander. Usually that's a bit of a double apex, but if someone tries to take that double apex and or someone in front of you tries to take that double apex, you can easily slip up the inside. But looks like Packham trying the outside move. It's not going to work there. Nyman deep on the brakes there to hold him off, but is he going to try it through the S's? Brave if he tries to. His S's, well, they don't really have much grip, especially over those curves. Looks like Packham not able to get that middle done once again, and I think Packham should be pitting. Now he's got a great opportunity for an undercut. I'm surprised he hasn't pitted yet. He's using heaps of time here, the Nyman, and is he going to dive to the pits now? No, he's still going to stay out. I think that's a huge mistake from Packham for not pitting. He's really being held up here. Packham could be, well, he could be on the back of better bones now, maybe even past him. Yeah, that's a massive mistake there from Packham for staying out on circuit. I mean, Viper into the pits now, and he wasn't too far off, but he might be in a good position to gain some time as well. 2 of the 3 ahead of him. Peter Yar 8 seconds back to Packham. He's pretty much lapping on his own at the moment. Fednad on the back of Windsor. Windsor up into P12 now. Most drivers have served their pit stops already. Van der Haven in P18. Something has happened to Van der Haven that I didn't catch. He still has to serve his mandatory pit stop as well. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, the onboard's, I mean, we can try. It's gonna, well, as soon as I press drive, look what happens. I'm gonna switch to another driver, and well, we can try and find an out track. See, this is such a pain. They should have kept keyboard support in, because there we go. Yeah, they definitely should have kept keyboard support in. There we go, on board with Curtin now. As we've got Gordon Roller just up in front. We've got 2 comments coming in as well. Peter Jane is showing support for the player, also known as Best Link, currently in P1. Kieran saying Bounce Bones is having a blinding race, yeah. He's having a great race so far. Look forward to seeing where he can finish. Of course, there's still a long way to go in the race. Well, interesting that Cohen's lifting through that corner. Usually it's flat. Well, he's lifting through here as well. Usually that's flat on the second part. As long as you take that right, it's a bit of a lift, a bit of a coast, and then get you pointed in the right direction. And over to the left as much as possible so you can get a good exit onto this back straight. Yeah, lift there through. Yes, there's a bit of a break here, a bit of a break once more. And cut all of that inside there. In fact, can we change? There we go, that's better. Can change that. Yeah, braking here. You can break up 300 here in the braking about now. You can see as the Kenny into the pits. That's probably a good decision there from Kerwin. Let's see how he enters the pits. You see, as soon as you go over to the right, it's pretty much blind, and there is the pit entrance. You can't see it until the last moment. But yeah, I think a good pit from Kerwin that time around. And nope, that's not the camera angle we want to switch to. There we go. It's a shame. We had heli cam before. We had trackside cams, and now we're only stuck with one. So yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, one update they fix things, the next update everything's broken again. But back to Packham and Nyman. These two still driving together on track, pretty much following each other though. No one's really had to, well, Nyman hasn't had to defend too hard, and Packham hasn't really gone for any overtakes. Lord Pearl saying he's got 16 seconds of damage. Yeah, we saw that damage at the start. A lot on that car. On the front at least. So let's quickly switch to Lord Pearl. He's got it going once again. He's repaired that damage. You can see his car now in pristine condition. And Nyman Packham, not too far from bad to bones. He's 1.3 seconds up the road to these two. But I'm really surprised that Packham hasn't gone into the pits. He could have had a great undercut. And I'm sure he could have got past the Bones as well out in front. But yeah, he decided to keep it out on track. And let's see, is he going to pit now? No, it doesn't look like it. He's going to stay on track once more. Yeah, but if I were in Packham's position, I would have pitted 10 minutes ago. He's been stuck behind Nyman so long. Ooh, that's I think that's Viper in the background. Just yeah, drifting over there and hitting the wall. Maybe texting while driving isn't recommended at all. I'm getting a bit distracted by the battles in front. Windsor now has been passed by fednad. Fednad up into P8. Windsor down into P9. The top line still have to pit. Actually, Colin Brando into the pits now. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, wait. Yes, the NNA's up in P10. Curtin has had a horrible pit stop. That's what I was mentioning before. Well, either BST NNA hasn't changed tyres or Curtin has had a horrible pit stop. Now, where is Colin Brando? He's coming out of the pits now. Who's that next to him? Is that P. Mitch? Yes, it's P. Mitch. But there we go. He's going to let Colin Brando out in front, as he will be a lap down. But yeah, Colin Brando coming up to the exit now. Where's Curtin? Rounding the final corner. It's going to be close between these two, I think. It's a very long pit lane here, and off the exit he goes. P. Mitch with a stop go 13 for speeding into the pits. Where is Curtin? Coming up towards turn 1. It's going to be so close. No, it's not actually. Colin Brando's well ahead. And yeah, I think that was a bad pit stop for Curtin, unfortunately. And I don't think it's going to be a podium now. He's going to have to fight for that podium. Well, it would be BSTNNA P3, so he's going to have to fight BSTNNA on track to try and get a podium position here in this race. And let's see if we can bring up some driver streams, some POVs as well. Drivers who are battling quite closely. Let's have a look. That's Bones in the pits now as well. Windsor in the pits. We've got loads of drivers in the pits as well. Looks like... Where is Packham? Oh, he's in P1, provisional P1 at the moment. Now Van der Haven there as well, still yet to serve his pit stop down in P13. Looks like I think P. Mitch is retired the car as well due to his stop go 30. Let's get another on board as well. I have that many on boards. Let's get an on board with Besselink as well. That would be a good one to have a look at. Although he is lapping out in front, we can go on board with him, see how he's taking the circuit. Here we go. Let's get the onboards up now. So Besselink in the top right, and oh, what's happened here? Oh, that's what's happened. 1 second. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh no, that's the wrong one as well. There we go, third time lucky. Yeah, now the onboard's up. The Besselink in the top right, Barth in the bottom right. We've got a few more drivers to make their pit stop. They're cutting it close here. Only 5 minutes left to go over the pit window. And Harvin yet to pit. Fednad yet to pit. Sayers in the pits now. And Packham also yet to pit as well. But Oliarsa on the back of Martinez now. We saw these two weren't far from each other before the pit stops. They've got even closer after the stops now. Yeah, let's bring up an onboard here with Veselink. And he is running the racing line. But fastest lap of the race, 1:35.7 now. You can barely even see the racing line, but he is using it. Whether it is an advantage or not, I don't know. I think he tells you to brake a bit earlier than you should do. I don't really think he's using it properly, but he should knock that off. I think for next season, it will have 2 divisions, so Division 1 will have pretty much no assists, no racing line, no stability control. I mean, you wouldn't use stability control if you're on a wheel anyways, because that's pretty much designed for controller. Yeah, no racing line allowed, no stability control, none of that for Division 1. Division 2 will allow the racing line, but yeah, the Division 1 guys shouldn't really be using it, strictly speaking. Now ignore the track in the background as well, but let's see what else is going on. The drivers a bit spaced out there. We've got Walker and Windsor battling for position now. And it looks like Walker there on the inside of Windsor, going to get the move done into turn 1. Windsor's going to try and hold it around the outside. No, he's backed out of that. And Walker moves up their position into P17, but what could have been for Walker. Van der Harven, yeah, really late out on track. Is he going to pit now? No, he's keeping it out on track. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I definitely would have expected him to come into the pits by now. He's keeping it out on the circuit. Let's have a look at where Batterbones is on circuit as well. Oh, he's 3.3 seconds behind on the RSR. And Ackham into the pits now. Let's see where he comes out on track. Looks like, yeah, the rest of the drivers a bit spaced out here. Ollie and RSR and Martinez are probably the 2 closest on the circuit, but yeah, when Packham comes out of the pits, he was behind Nyman, who's currently in P11. Let's see, by staying out for longer, if he's got that overcut done, I think he could have gained so much more time if he pitted early. The undercut is just so much stronger the majority of the time. But there we go, he's got going, dropped off the jacks now, down the pit lane he goes. I believe Darren, or CosmiCrusader, some of you may know, called it, he throws runway strip, which is, oh, it is pretty much a runway strip. I mean, look at it, it's almost as bad as Spa's pit lane. I think Spa's pit lane has got a bit of elevation to it. This is just a straight road, and it is painful. But Packham's going to drop down the order now. Van der Harven, he's not pitting. So I think for Van der Harven, oh, he's going to get a penalty for not pitting. I don't know if that's a bug on my screen, but I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. So there we go. Van der Harven is possibly, I think it's going to be a 180-second penalty. He gets 180 at most tracks, or 130 most tracks. It's going to drop him right down the order. That's over 2 minutes, or more than a lap. Van der Harven's going to lose. Since he hasn't served his mandatory stop. And where's Packham? He's come out, oh, P7, well ahead of, well, ahead of Batterbones, ahead of Yaya, ahead of Lyman as well. Lyman has had a pretty bad pit stop, to be honest. He was very close to Batterbones, but he's now second back to Van der Harven, so the pit stop's really catching some drivers out. Looks like Walker now on the back of Fednad, Porsche, we know once again not good on the straights. Fednad going to the middle of the track, leaving Walker either the inside or the outside. Walker chooses the outside, interestingly. Fednad is going to hold on. If I were Walker, I would have gone to the inside as soon as possible. Maybe didn't have enough of an overlap there on the straight. But I would have forced Fednad to go as defensive as possible, just so I could get a better line on the exit turn 1, get a better run into turn 2 and turn 3. Looking at Curtin and BSTNNA is still separated by about 1.5 seconds. What could have been for Curtin a podium, it's still possible. 19 minutes left of the race to go, plenty of time. Looks like we've got Fednad and Walker that were almost side by side here. Fednad going extremely defensive. He's going to find the inside line as Walker this time around. And this is quite a tricky circuit, quite a tricky corner. Looks like he's gone really deep on the brakes though, and almost off the circuit, but didn't work out there. Walker is way too late on the brakes, and Fednad is able to hold on to that position once more, cutting a bit too much of that inside through the S's. That's a corner where you can easily pick up a track limit warning. And well, it would be great to see what track limit warnings the drivers are on. We can't. They could be very close to getting driving penalties here. Now, see if we can go on board with... No. Yep, there we go. I want to go on board with Packer. How do we do that again? Nope, that's the one. There we go, that's the one. We can hide that. There we go, we can hide that as well. And we can hide that. Brilliant. On board now with Packer. We've got Martinez in front of him and on the outside just in front of these two as well. Which is saying got overtaking the Corey ruining his qualifying. Yeah, overtaking shouldn't be happening in qualifying. And he got destroyed in the first lap, then stopped there 30. Yeah, we saw the stop there 30 unfortunately. Philip saying Bonnet Cannon racing and I'm shooting. But seems to work for him. Lager, Packham looking for a move down the inside. He's not going to get that move done just yet. Yeah, delaying on the throttle. You really have to delay getting on the throttle before very much of this back straight. It's cambered to the left slightly, so you can see there's a bit of a left, well, a slope to it, and it really forces you to go wide. You have to be so patient on the throttle, a bit too early, and you could end up on the grass. Yeah, still on board here with Packham trying to show inside there. Well, that was very late from Packham. I think he was trying to put some pressure on Martinez. Cutting the inside a bit too much there as well. We know the Mercedes is really quick on the straights. Can the BMW hold on? Look, he's already losing a bit of time now. He's in the slipstream though, and he is keeping up. Now ignore the flickering, that's another PS5 ACC bug. But Packham looking towards the inside, needs to be later on the brakes here, and looks like he will be able to. Are we going to go trackside again? We are. There we go. Managed to find the right button, and Packham has got that move done. Great move there from Packham, and as we return to garage, oh, it has worked. Okay, it's stuck to Packham, but he goes up into P7. Definitely not where he qualified, but much closer than what he was on the first lap, or after the first lap. Curtin has closed that gap to BSTNNA. 15 minutes left of the race to go. Plenty of time to get an overtake done, and Curtin can still grab a podium here. BSTNNA bouncing over the curbs. Not going to help him. Oh, looks like he's got it all wrong there through the S's. That's going to allow Curtin to close up once more. Curtin's keeping on the pressure to BSTNNA. That's exactly what he needs to be doing here. For the last 15 minutes, he needs to keep hounding that Porsche in front to force him into an error. Content now in the comments saying nice move. Packham, yeah, it was a great move from Packham. You can see the Porsche's going to struggle on the straights. The Ferrari, I know Kerwin's using the SimZone setup, so even with full wing, look how quickly it closes in on the Porsche. He looked for an inside line there into turn 1, but I think it was a bit of a dummy from Kerwin. Tried to force BST into a mistake once again. It hasn't worked this time around. He's got plenty of time, like I said earlier, to make this move. It looks like Viper catching up to Nyman now. Oh, who's that moving over? Is that Piroth? Yes, it is. Moving well out of the way there for the lead cars, which is good to see. But let's go on board with... No, it's not. It's going to flick to another driver. Right, let's see if we can find BST. And then... Wait, there he is. How do we do this again? Nope. 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 Wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. Now, there we go. It's such a pain what they've done with this spectator mode. It's absolutely awful. But there we go. On board in the rear view wing cam here with BST NNA. We've gone on board with him just the right moment so we can see how much time he loses on the start finish straight, which are coming up to now. Kerwin's lost a bit of time in those final few corners, running a bit wide there as well, almost skipping the grass. Yeah, no, he is in the slipstream, but it's not close enough to be gaining a huge amount. You can see there he is closing in. Now you can see the closing speed of the Ferrari behind. Interestingly, keeping it in, well, down to first gear. I would have kept it in second gear there for turn 1. Second gear is usually better. And still there or thereabouts, and the straights is where it really needs to be close enough. Again, that slipstream, and this is where we get onto the back straight now. Porsche not really having much trouble on the exit, getting the car turned in. And Kerwin, well, I think the gap's pretty much the same as it was when we were on the start-finish straight. Start-finish straight is the most important part for Kerwin to be close enough. That's the longest straight we have here at Indianapolis. Yeah, we'll go back trackside with these two, and let's see if there are any more battles going on. Viper has got past Nyman, in fact, and he's now the back of Yaya Peter here. Battle for P9, 2 Ferraris. It says McLaren, it's not McLaren. Yaya is definitely in the Ferrari. We've checked, double, triple checked. He's in that bright pink Ferrari that he's meant to be in. So don't worry about that. Viper having a look down the inside, but forces Yaya to go deep into the corner, defensive. But Viper mounting that curb on the inside doesn't help his exit speed whatsoever. And Yaya holds on. Viper has to be careful because Nyman's right behind him as well. If these two Ferraris in front continue to battle, Nyman could be there to pounce on any mistakes that they might make. Packham's still on the back of Ollie RSR. Let's see if he can get a move done here. Ollie's holding on to P5. We saw Ollie was P6 earlier on. And, well, he qualified down in P14, so even if he loses his position, he's made so many places up from the start. But, well, being a racing driver, you definitely don't want to lose any positions whatsoever, and you want to finish up as high as possible. So for Ollie RSR, I know he's not going to want to lose a position with just 10 minutes left to go of the race. Let's switch back to Nyman, Viper, and Yaya. Looks like a good exit there from Viper as well. He's in the slipstream, but let's see. He's going to be enough. No, he's not close enough to get that move done. But late on the brakes from both of these two. Looks like Viper was a bit later. He moved offline there to try and brake as late as possible. I'm taking a bit too much curb through the S's, bouncing that Ferrari all over the place. But look how close he is. He just needs to get a good run into one of the heavy braking zones here. And coming up to this next heavy braking zone, it's not much of a straight. Not really an overtaking opportunity, but Yaya goes very deep into the corner. This could be a good opportunity for Viper. He's going to try the outside line. Possibly a bit of a mistake there from Viper. But he's going to be really close here. He's going to have the slipstream coming up towards the start-finish straight and up towards turn 1. And Nyman is there with the slipstream as well. They're going to follow each other. It's like a snake now. All the drivers go to the inside, then to the outside. But Viper is going to be side-by-side with Yaya. He's going to have the inside line here. And looks like he's going to get this done. Is he? No, they're still side-by-side there. And Yaya somehow holds on to that and stays in P9. This has brought Nyman even closer. So it's still a 3-car battle between these three. Quickly switch to Packham, who's just got that move done on Ollie Alsar that had an update. Oh no, now it's updated. The Kerwin also still on the back of BSTNNA. Now they're lapping traffic, so this could be interesting for these two. To throw a bit of a spanner into the works. Now usually it's easier for the car in front to get through the lap traffic. A bit more difficult for Kerwin too. But let's see if they get onto a straight. It's going to be perfect for Kerwin. Looks like fednad moving out of the way. Now Kenny might get held up here. That's what I was talking about. It was easy for BST to get through, but Kenny now, well, not held up by fednad. Actually, it might be okay for Kerwin because we've got the start-finish straight now. And, well, that's Van Beek in P20. He's definitely going to have to move out the way. There we go. He moves out the way perfectly, so no time lost for Kerwin, but he's still a 2.5 seconds back for BSTNNA now. Let's quickly look towards this battle going on. Viper's got the move done, in fact, on Yaya. Up into P9 he goes, and Yaya down to P10, maybe even losing another position here. Nyman going side by side. He's seen so many overtaking opportunities here, or overtakes on this start-finish straight. If you get a poor exit out of that final corner, you're going to lose even more time coming up towards turn 1. But Yaya was able to hold it around the outside of Packham into turn 1. He's going to be able to do the same here with Nyman. A bit of a twitch on the exit there for Nyman, the Aston. And oh, Yaya with a huge mistake there onto the grass, and through goes Nyman up into P10 now. And Yaya making a few mistakes now onto the grass once again. This is what happens. You make one mistake, if you continue to think about that mistake, or you get a bit frustrated, you just make more and more and more mistakes here. And oops, for some reason there we go. We switched drivers, but concentration is a big thing as well. On a track like this, you need so much concentration, and with it coming towards the last few minutes of the race, difficult to stay concentrated for some of the drivers. Now we've got another battle going on between Sayers and Chef BS1. Let's have a quick read of the comments. So it looks like we've got Del there, good to see you, good evening. Contentnow saying, come on Kenny, push for that podium. He's got it. He's closed the gap up once again. It's Kenny. He's got the pace. It's just about keeping it consistent here and putting on the pressure to BST to try and get a move done. BST is going to be watching that timer. He's going to be thinking, oh god, I have to defend and hold on for as long as I can. Look who's catching up to them. Packham in P5 is only 3.8 seconds behind. I'm not sure if he will be able to close up enough. But what Kenny needs is a really good exit out of the final corner, and well, the rest speaks for itself. He's going to have the slipstream onto the straight and into turn 1. That Porsche's not going to have, well, it's going to be hopeless pretty much, because Kerwin's going to be able to use that slipstream to his advantage, but is it going to be close enough? We'll see. He needs to be close enough exit in the final corner. We've still got this heavy braking zone to go. And looks like Kerwin is quite close this time. This penultimate corner now, this left-hander we go through, and he is very close in fact. Is it going to be enough? We shall see as he rounds the final corner. I'm not sure if it will be. He might be right at the back of the Porsche though, as we come up towards turn 1. These two just separated by 3/10 here. It might actually be enough. BST NNA going defensive. Kerwin to the outside. He's not got enough of an overlap. And look how much they've had to slow the car down there just to get through turn 1 without making contact. Kerwin just needs another opportunity like that to get this move done. But BST NNA holding on well through the middle sector, well, through the rest of the sectors, the infield of the track, and he dipped the wheel there onto the grass. Looks like we've lost another driver, unfortunately. Big Dasmo now on the back of Walker. Walker with a huge mistake onto the grass as well. And it looks like that's Colin Brandon behind these two coming to lap them. Dasmo is going to look towards the inside. No, jumps early onto the brakes. There's not much space on the inside there for him. Cohen once again in the slipstream. BST NNA not going defensive though. He knows he can hold on into the S's. And Big Dasmo is still on the back of Walker. They've got to let Colin Brandon through very shortly. Chef BS1 looks like Sayers got past Chef BS1 in fact, so he's up into P11 is Sayers. Now these two still battling for position, and it looks like a very good exit out of the final corner, out of the penultimate corner there for Kerwin. A good exit out of the final corner as well. He's even closer this time. This could be it for Kerwin. Look at the exit he's got. BST NNA going defensive very early this time around, and he's keeping the car in the middle of the track. Cohen pulls towards the inside. He's found the inside line, and I think he's going to do it. Coming up towards turn 1, looks like he has, and he's made it stick. BST NNA can't fight back just yet, and Cohen up into P3. This could be it for Cohen to hold on to his final podium position. With just under 3 minutes left of the race to go. All Kenny needs to do now is park it on the apex, or maybe even pull away here from BST. But look who's caught up in the background. Packham, he's only 3 seconds back, but I don't think he'll be catching up to these two. Now Kerwin with a good exit here as well. Just needs to hold on. We know the Porsche's not going to be able to get any moves done on the straights, even in the slipstream. Kerwin's already opening up that gap now to BST, NNA, and Chef BS1. Oh, looks like there's been contact between Chef and Sayers. They made a bit of contact there, I think. But Sayers stays ahead. But still, as it were, between these two, P11 and P12. We're going to have to switch back. Oh, wait, we're going to have to switch back to Nyman and Yaya here. These two were close. We saw Yaya make a mistake and put the car onto the grass not long ago. And that's when Nyman capitalised on that mistake and, well, got that overtake done pretty easily. Got that position, P9, but Yaya's fighting back. Is there enough time left in the race for him to do so? And BST might be in some trouble here in the last few laps, because Packham is right on the back of him now. And where's our race leader? Besselink is... Yes, we're going to have one more lap. Well, we're going to be on the final lap once Besselink crosses the line. And then look at this, Kerwin's already pulled a second to BST NNA. Packham now is right on the back of the Porsche here. BST NNA hasn't been able to catch a break. He's been defending against Kerwin. He's lost out of position. Now he's defending against Packham. And for BST, wow, he doesn't want to drop another position here. And BST qualified in P8, so he's already made some positions anyways. There we go, Besselink on the final lap now. Looks like Packham has lost a bit of time through the S's. He's a bit closer to BST NNA, but what's the gap between this? No, he's even closer now, so BST's lost time, in fact, and he's looking towards the inside now. Doesn't force BST NNA wise, he's deep into the corner. He's not phased one bit with Packham right behind him, but on the straights is where he's going to struggle. The BMW on the straights not as quick as the Ferrari, but still it should be able to reel in the Porsche with that slipstream. Once again, BSC going defensive. If I were him, I wouldn't leave any space on the inside. There we go. He's learned from his mistake last time and forces Packham to go on the outside line. But can he hold it around the outside? Can Packham? Looks like he might be able to. BSC, no, he's had to slam on the brakes there. BSC shut the door and holds on to P4. But where is our race leader? Still got a few corners to go, but I mean, wow, dominant performance from Westlink. Maybe even a bit of a boring one from him. For him, he's not really had anyone to battle with so far. No, well, same for Colin. He had a great battle at the start. But, well, for the first half hour, they were battling. He was battling with Curtin. They were neck and neck, but after the pit stops, they were made a bit of a mistake in the pit stops, I think. And
the leader has finished the race.
There we go. And that's when Colin Brandon pulled away. But Westlink is going to take the race win here at Indianapolis. And there we go. 1:30-second penalty for Van der Haven there. Colin Brandon is going to come up towards the final corner, and he's definitely going to take the championship win here. Here's Colin Brandon with BSC finishing P4. So Colin Brandon rounding the final corner is going to be Season 8, your Season 8 champion here, weaving along the start-finish straight there as he crosses the line, finished P2 in this race. But Westlink taking the fastest lap and the race win. Kerwin is going to cross the line for P3 in this race. And there we have it, P3 for Kerwin. A podium, a great way to finish the season off for him. BSC is going to hold on to P4. Packham has lost a position there to Oli RSR, so Oli RSR finishes in P5. Packham down in P6. Has he got some damage? I don't know. Viper in P7. Batterbones P8. Nyman is going to hold off here. He's going to finish in P9 with Yaya finishing in P10 just behind him. And I believe we've just got Windsor to go here. It's going to cross the line in P16. And there we have it. Your results. Westlink P1, Colin Brandon P2, doing donuts, which is great to see at the end. He's won the championship, so I'm not surprised he's doing donuts. Kerwin P3, and then there we go. We just scroll down to see the rest. Had a couple of retirements there. LJ with his equipment failing. But yeah, those are your results for the final round here of the PS5 Championship. Let's see if we can get some interviews, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's worth some interviews. Some of the drivers who regularly finish on the podium are a bit shy. But no, we'll see if we can get some interviews with the top 3, in fact. Let's just bear with us.
Green light, give it all you can.
Yeah, what a race. What a race we had. It's just, if you've got any interviews with the drivers, I believe Westlink will. Yep, he's in the waiting room at the moment, so we'll move him over in just a second. Yeah, if any of the top 3 want an interview, please do join the waiting room. Right, here we go. Let's get our interviews going then. Who have we got first? Bring in. Looks like Colin Brandon can't. Let's bring in Cody. Hello. Mic's muted, by the way. Is he here? Cody. Hello. Oh, there we go. We've got you now. Right, yeah. Congratulations on the race win. I mean, well, it looked like a pretty boring race, for you. I mean, you shot off into the distance, got the fastest lap as well, which I believe was 1:35.7.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a great lap as well. And what was the gap in the end? I can't remember.
31 seconds.
31 seconds. That is crazy. I mean, even amongst the Ferraris, I know Viper and Packham had a bit of contact into turn 1. That just let you shoot off into the distance. And, well, yeah, come home with the, well, pole, fastest lap, and the race win. You couldn't ask for anything more than that in the final round. So, yeah, I mean, how are you feeling?
Yeah, of course it was a good race. I was a bit lucky with the start because I saw Packham up my inside, which made him brake earlier. And he collected Viper, which made it a little bit slow from the guys in the back of behind me. So yeah, I tried to do my own laps and had some pace in the start. And first stint was better than the second, but still some good racing. All by myself, unfortunately, but this I'd rather have this than and win easy than not win at all.
Yeah, true. And I think it's going to be close for P2 in the championship between you and BST. With the drop round as well. I mean, your worst round was, I think, P20 at Misano when you had that equipment failure.
Yeah,
and
P22, yeah, with the equipment failure.
Yeah, and for BST, it would be his worst finish P11, so you're already going to get in points there anyways. And with the P1 today, he finished P4. So, it's going to be close between you two. There's only 30 points separating you at the moment. And, well, I'm not going to do the maths at the moment because I have no idea what the points are for P11 and P22 off the top of my head. But yeah, it's going to be close.
No, but I think it's going to be in his favor still. But again, a podium on the end of the season is still really good. So
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see really until the standings are out. But yeah, are you looking forward to off-season events and next season as well?
Yeah, the off-season events are going to be really fun, and yeah, the next season we'll see what it brings, and we have some fun tracks, so we're gonna have fun, I think, again.
Yeah. Do you know if you're gonna stay in the same car or switch for next season?
I don't know yet. Maybe I switch back to the McLaren as I did last season, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you've got great pace in the BMW at the moment, so yeah, I mean, up to you. We'll see what happens.
Yes, and again, thanks for hosting another season. Let's make season 9 a good one.
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, we'll see you for the off-season events.
Yes, thanks.
Thanks. See ya. There we go. That was Best in Ink, your race winner of today. We've also got Kerwin to do some interviews with as well, or Kenny. Let's bring him over. Here we go. We've got Kenny. Kenny, hello. How are you doing? Can you hear you? Nope. Can't hear you just yet. I'll give you a couple of minutes to sort out your microphone if you haven't got it figured out. But yeah, everyone who's watching anyways, thanks for the great season on console, on PS5. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the off season and for next season as well. Kenny here. Sure. Wait just a bit. I know he wants to do an interview, so you can wait. But got some comments coming through as well. Kenny, one of the comments saying, Kenny, congratulations to Lapria and Melvin on the championship. You've got Nyman in the comments saying, thanks to everybody. Thanks to SimZone. This was his first season as well, which is great to see. He really enjoyed it. Is glad to hear. Lord Pearl saying thanks for the great season. Here in the comments saying let's go, good race to be in, and what a season. Can't wait for the next one. We look forward to seeing you guys for next time. Oh no, looks like Kenny has oh, what's happened to Kenny? Huh. Don't know if there will be an interview then. Yeah, looks like he's got some issues with the microphone. Or he's occupied or something. But anyways, thanks everyone for the season on console. We'll be back live in terms of live streams tomorrow. I think tomorrow. For the penultimate round of the SimZone Championship. We're at Imola then. Then on Tuesday we've got the penultimate round. No, we've got the final round of the Next Level Racing Championship, which once again is at Indianapolis. And then we've got the final round of... No, sorry, then we've got the penultimate round of the Next Level IMB Raceway Championship on Wednesday, which is at Imola. So two races at Imola, Monday and Wednesday. Then we got the final round of the Moser Racing GT3 Championship on Friday, which is at Brands Hatch as well. So make sure to tune in for those. But from us, it is good night and take care.